We're on a dump. There's something there.
Right, oh, so it could be a coin then. Look at this, look at this, can you see it? Oh, I thought it was just going to be the knob off the top of a bowl or something. It's actually...
Hi everyone, we're away for a few days celebrating Caroline's birthday. We've headed north again. We love it in these parts and any excuse for a holiday, but of course for us every holiday includes a little bit of rummaging, either in thrift stores in the local towns or on dumps or in rivers. Well, the rivers are a little bit swollen at the moment, so we're being careful where we go, but it ain't stopping us. And today, as you can see, we're among the trees. And here among the trees, certain people have been digging. And we want to see what they've left behind. So come on, join us now as we have a look around in this woods.
Have you noticed all the eyes looking at Phil? Ooh. Definitely somebody watching us in this forest. Ooh. This feels very much like a Hansel and Gretel situation, because I know that all these shards are going to lead us where we want to go. There's another one. There's another one. Let's see if we can see any more. There's another one there. And there. Let's have a look. Yes, we're definitely heading in the right direction. There's some glass with some writing on. The bottom of a pot. Let's have a look if there are any more. Ooh, there's a hole there with a bit of pot on. Now this was dug before the autumn last year, as you can tell, because it's full of leaves, but I can't believe what I've just seen. I was going to say we're not going to find anything too exciting here, and look what I can see. Look what I can see. Oh, already look. It's a bit of pipe stem, and it's the bit you put in your mouth. Oh, I am so excited. We've been here less than 5 minutes and I found my first bit of pipe stem. Oh, this is so exciting, so excited. Right, let's carry on. More china. More glass. I haven't seen a gold doubloon yet. I will keep looking. Don't forget, shout if you see something. Oh, there's a bit of a curly pot. Oh, that's pretty. It looks lovely that side, but there's not a lot left of it. Still heading in the right direction. I would say there are more and more bits of china and glass as we're walking along. And of course I can see side to side too. More there, more there, and I can see my first bottle. There it is. Let's have a look if there's anything on it. Oh, maybe roll down the hill. There's nothing on it, but it's an old one. And it's completely opaque. Wow, I get the feeling it's going to be a good day today. What have you got, Mr. Johnson?
As I was walking down, I found this little pot.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah, shame it's got a tiny ding on that chip there. You know, I didn't see that after I picked it up. So I think there's still the glue from the label there. And this one, I think, says Shaw and Sons, I think.
Right.
It's got an S on it.
It's like out of a hot water bottle, or probably out of one of the screw top glass bottles.
Yes.
Lovely.
So I picked those up as I was climbing down.
Nice find.
And now I've climbed down. Let's see what else I can pick up.
Okie dokie. But I'm going to take you for a look up this hill, but just to say sorry, we are very near some industry and there's a lot of buzzing and squeaky noises going on. So just so you're aware, that's what it is. What's this? Oh, now that would have been absolutely beautiful. Just more of it. No, it's different, but that's pretty too. And we've got a little pretty piece of saucer there. Ah, now look there. I don't know if any of you recognise that, but I'm pretty sure that is exactly the same as two pieces I found in Wales last week. Wow, what's the chances of that? I'm going to take it home and check. If you'd like to see, 9 o'clock every week we have on a Saturday our live show where we show our finds, we have a quiz, have a laugh, bit of a chat. It'd be great if you could join us there and I'll show you if that does go with the other bits I found. So don't forget, Saturday night, 9 PM UK time. Little bits of glass, some very newly smart. Ooh! Ooh. Do you think that's what I think it is? Already, it is. It's pipe stem number 2, and look at the length on that. That's got to be over 2 inches. 3 inches, I'd say. Wow, that's quite a substantial bit of pipe stem.
Want to see my find?
Oh, Bill, oh, just a second. Before I look away, I've just seen something. If you look away when you're mudlarking, you might never find it again. Now, it's broken, but I think it's something really pretty. Oh, look at that. What colour is it? A turquoise foot on a clear glass bowl or jug. Oh, can you imagine what that would have been like? What have you got, Mr. Johnson?
I have 4
4
glass items.
Right, let's have a look. This
3
is your
with words
little
on.
display. So what we got here, we got Carton's HP sauce and Fletcher's sauce, and we've got Zenobia. Ooh, that's very mysterious sounding, isn't it? Zenobia. I wonder what they use Zenobia for. And finally, this really pretty jar. That's lovely. I just love the shape on those.
They're cute.
It is almost sarcophagus shape.
And I don't think the rim is damaged. I don't think.
No.
And it's a very thin rim.
No, it isn't. It's perfect. Oh, lovely. Nice finds, Mr. Johnson. And I also found, when I was looking down where to put my foot, I found some china with writing on. Not a lot of it. Don't even know which way up it is. I haven't got my glasses on, but that's nice. I'm going to take it home and see if I can figure out what on earth it said. The bottle diggers have been working hard. Now we're going to come in and see what they left behind that they didn't want. Ah, here's another Fletcher's sauce bottle. It's got a little bit of a snapped off bit on the top, but other than that, it's in pretty good condition. Oh, that's nice. I'll pop that in a pile. And what have you got, Mr. Johnson? Oh, I love the font on that.
Yep, it's nice, isn't it?
Walter Spencer. Walter Spencer. Sowerby Bridge. Oh, I love that. That will actually fit your screw
May do.
stopper that you found.
It may do.
Ooh.
Have a look after.
Right.
And it just picked up one of those bits a bit chipped.
Oh, it is a bit chipped, isn't it? It's a shame. Even though the bits are broken here, look at that. Absolutely stunning pattern on that. That looks like a heart. I think I might take that. Oh, there's somebody on there eating some pie. Is that the same piece? No. Oh, we can't see his face. Who is he? Do you think he's Georgie Porgy Pudding and Pie? It's the only thing I can think of at the moment. If you've got any idea what that is, let me know. I'd love to see what your thoughts are on it. Are you in a hole, Mr. Johnson?
I am. And I'm 6 foot. So this gives you some idea of the proportions here that the bottle diggers are working in. And leaving some interesting things for us. So thank you very much to all the lovely bottle diggers of this area. While we continue to rummage around in the remains and the spoil of this hole, perhaps we could take a moment and you could join me over at the shed where I can show you a little bit of craft that I've been working on. Well, here we are in the shed. The observant among you will have noticed I've popped on a jumper. It's one of them strange days when it just feels colder indoors than out. And At this moment in time, it seems a sensible thing to put on a jumper and an extra layer rather than knock on my heater here, because whilst it's really effective, well, the price of fuel is going up all the time, and any savings that can be made, all the better. So the jumper's on, but I have put the electricity on as well, so if it does get too cold, I'll warm it up. Also, the observant among you may have noticed that I'm sitting in a very different part of the shed. You may be thinking to yourself, Phil, how are you sat there? You're normally that end. And where you're sat is where the desk was placed on a previous video. So really you should be sat at least over there, if not over there. But I am actually sat by here, looking at you all. And the reason I'm sat here is I've had another move around. Yes, folks, it's all about moving things about at the moment. Somehow I've got to get everything to fit in here. Now then, saying that, at the moment everything is in here. Caroline's conservatory is empty, but this neat display behind me and my sat here is really not the full truth of the situation, as you will see when I just turn the camera around and show you that things are not as they may appear from this particular camera angle. But that is the beauty of cinematography, the wonder of YouTube. I'm in the shed. I'm sat in the shed. The reason I'm sat in the shed is because now in this location I have my big wonderful chest that I have for storage, and that is filling up quite quickly. Despite what you see around you, folks, things are going into storage here. So I'm going to have a little look now, see if I can find something stored away in the chest that we can make use of for a little bit of craft. So now you can see where I was sitting, and of course I need that clearance behind, because when I remove this nice comfy cushion that I was using to sit on and open up the box, this lovely chest lid, then we will realize that that space quickly disappears. Yes, there you have it. This is one big chunk of chest. As I say, I love it. I love the lock, I love the timber, I love the hinges. There's not much I don't like about this. And of course it's full of stuff, all sorts of stuff. And this is the stuff that I want to make use of. It's getting stored in here. I've got frames, I've got items I've picked up like this for £1 from a charity shop that I hope to decorate. I've got all sorts of things in here. This box is full of bits and pieces. Look at that, there's a lovely cracking bit of tile in there. All the things that you just can't throw away, but you've got nowhere to display, and hopefully at some point you'll be able to make use of. So that's a boot, and there's lots of other little bits and pieces all around the place. So what I'm going to do now is just take a minute to have a rummage, come up with a few items and decide what it is I'm going to put together for you today. Well, I've decided what to do. I've made my mind up, and my inspiration has come from the piece of tile that we saw when we opened that first box in there. Now, I can't use this piece of tile today because my idea is to display. I've got lots of bits of tile, and they're in drawers, they're in boxes, they're in chests, they're in all sorts, but they're not on display. And I was so reminded of how beautiful this was when I looked at it that I thought, what else have I got? So perhaps you'll remember pieces like this, or maybe one of my all-time favourites, this, that bird on there. Absolutely beautiful. And of course we've got various flowers, because these tend, I think, to come from fireplaces, Victorian fireplaces that have been smashed up and long gone. Bits and pieces here, got quite a few to choose from. So I'm going to get on now, and you can watch me as I put this together. Okay, first thing to do, open it up. As you can see, there's a nice little clasp on there which will shut it afterwards, and it's got a good depth, so it's going to be able to take any of these, and I'll be able to place them over in front of one another if I choose, so that I can make it more 3D. The choice is mine. The important piece for me, I'm going to nail my colours to the mast and go with this. I want that in the picture. So that is going to dictate what else I can use, because something like that is going to clash with something like this, obviously. And whilst I could display them together, I think that would be better suited in a larger piece with other bits of tile that I've got. So I'm going to try and stay with either muted colours or natural forms in order to just complement the bird. There. Now that I think works. Brings the colour together with the colour here. Brings the bird down from the top, so the bird sits central where I want it. We've got these nice little pieces around just to frame the top end, and then of course you lose some of it as you go, but if I can display it like that, I'll be very happy. Okay, all I have to do now is glue it in place. Here we have it, all glued in place. Close down the lid. All it needs now is just a little wipe to brighten it up, and hopefully it'll look lovely on the wall. I hope you can see there that although it didn't bring off a lot of dirt, it was just that I'd cleaned these in order to show them on the live show previously, but taking that dust off has certainly brought out the colours in everything. Just giving it that little bit of a wipe, and then because of this cover that'll be on it, then it'll keep those colours hopefully sharp, because this is beautiful here, the glow on the top and the deep rich colours in the tiles, and I'm quite pleased with that. So let's get it on the wall. I want these to stand alone. I want them to be individual, but I like them together. I hope you agree. I hope you think they're a lovely addition to the decor of the shed, because I'm well pleased with it. And at last, treasures that we've gathered over the last 2 and 3 years are visible. And to me that's so important, is to see these things. They were hidden for too long. I've spent enough time here at the shed. We need to get back over there because we've had a cracking time so far. It's a good start to what I'm sure is going to be an exciting trip. Who knows? Perhaps we'll find some more tiles. Let's go find out as we go back and join Caroline on the dump.
Look at this poison bottle. Oh, what a shame. There are a few little bits of it here, but I don't think there's going to be enough to rebuild that. No. Oh. If only that had been whole. Okay, I think I'm impressed by this bottle before I pick it up. Oh, look. Oh, no. The bottom's gone. What did that say? Rising Sun. Metal polish. Does anybody fancy a cup of tea? I'll just have half a cup. Oh dear, wrong half. Look at this. This is a little slate off a building. Virtually no damage to it. That's a really nice size. The thing is, it's very heavy, otherwise I'd take that with us. It's a lovely piece of slate. Very nicely cut. Probably off a little cottage or something. Always a treat when we find these. The bottom of a child's shoe. You can see where the hobnails were in it, and some are still there. Isn't that wonderful? I just think that's so special a find. I think I may take that home and figure out a way to display it. You never know, it could be catching. I could even put it on a plinth because I seem to be infected by Plinth and Teapot Man. Well, this definitely is a place for handles today, but this one, I have to bend over and pick it up. Look at the size on that. Whoa, I bet that was wonderful. I didn't want to climb, but I can see the neck of a bottle with the stopper inside. Okay, I'm going to give it a try. Camera will be turned off. You know if I survive because I'll show you the bottle stopper. I made it. And hopefully it is what I think it is. Oh yes. Look at that. It's a bottleneck with a bottle stopper in. I can't clean the top off that to see what it says, but I will show it on the live show Saturday night. Now that is a beautiful tile. Probably from a Victorian fireplace, but look at the colours in it. Oh, that is smashing. What a shame it is smashed as well. And look here. It's some ridged pottery. What is a mudlark without ridged pottery? Oh, hello, Mr. Johnson.
Hello.
You've been away a while. What have you found?
I have. Well, while I was showing everybody the shed, I was also having a little rummage around in that big digger's hole up there, and I found some little bits. Ooh. Found a lovely bit of tile.
Oh, that's nice. Yes, I like that.
I was so disappointed the top was off that lid.
Yeah. Is it a lid? I think it's the bottom of an egg cup.
Oh, no, you could be right. I think so. You're probably right. In this part of the world, we do find a fair few egg cups.
Yes, we do. They're very popular around here.
And then 3.
Wow.
Look at that.
Oh, it's very yellow, isn't it?
It is. I thought at first that can't be pipe stem.
Yeah.
But it seems to be.
It is, yes.
And that's quite a good length.
Yep.
And this one at first I thought had writing on it.
It's just like...
But it's ridged.
Ridged, yeah, I can see the ridge, yeah.
See the ridge in there? I popped my glasses on and I can't see any words, but it's just ridged along. So 3 pieces of pipe stem.
Are those well done? Wash here, there's 2 things that caught my eye. That, no, I think it's a bit of stone or brick. And this, which looks like a little jar. And it is a little jar, but not only is it a little jar, it's a whole little jar. Oh, it's got a split. Oh, crack right the way down the side. I thought it was whole. Oh, what a disappointment.
I've seen something.
Oh, right.
Is that a bottle stopper?
Oh, I think it is.
See, I can see a stem going in there.
Yes, that really does look like. What do you think, everyone? Is this a bottle stopper? Yes, it is, and it's whole.
Any words?
No, it's plain. But what a lovely little bottle stopper. Well spotted, Mr. Johnson. Eagle-eyed Phil. This is an important announcement about the glass bottle stopper.
Eagle-eyed Phil did not only spot the glass stopper,
yes,
but with the aid of his glasses can see that it actually says cartons on the top.
Oh, back a bit, back a bit. Too close, too close. There we go. Well spotted. Right, I've spotted something. I know I'm always doing this. I'm saying, is that a coin? And it really is, but it's got some copper in it. And it's round. I don't think it's a button. Let's call the man with the glasses. You're going to tell me it's a button?
No.
I want it to be a coin.
I think it's too light to be a coin, but I can't be sure. It could be a silver sixpence.
Ooh, mind you, silver sixpences don't go green, do they?
Could be a sixpence.
Oh, we'll take that home and clean it up. Oh, be lovely. Any sort of coin I'd be pleased with.
There's something there.
Right. Oh, so it could be a coin then. Oh, we'll find out and show you it on the live show. Oh, exciting. Is that, what do you think? Is that a piece of pipe stem? Is it a piece of pipe stem? Yes it is. I can see the hole in the end. Oh, another piece of pipe stem. Oh, this is getting exciting. Oh, is that another piece?
No, mine's a twig. Oh. They do look terribly similar.
They do. Oh. Now we're heading down there, which is really precarious and it's taking me forever, but because I'm so slow, I look around as I'm doing it and look what I found. Is this a little doll's plate? Oh, it is, but it's half of it. But look what's above it. Dun, 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 dun. It's a huge bit of pipe stem. It's got the mouthpiece still on. And look at that. Now I don't know if that circle's part of the design, but I've also seen what looks like it could be a whole green bottle. So I'm going to try getting down there. Oh yes, it's whole. It's full. Ew. There's something written on the bottom, but that is lovely. Oh, I like that. And I've also seen a beautiful tile. Let's see if we can get that. All the way over there. Oh, oh, oh. Look at that. That's pretty stunning, isn't it? Shame it isn't the whole thing, but you can still get a good idea of the pattern, and I think that is lovely. It looks very similar to some pattern tiles we had in our hallway. We had a Victorian house and they were original and they look very much like that. So I think that is Victorian and from somebody's probably hallway.
I have put my glasses on and I can inform you that your beautiful green bottle once held Titbits sauce.
Oh, we haven't heard of that one. That's nice.
There we go. That's what it says on the bottom of the bottle.
Oh, that's so interesting. Lovely.
Now, the observant among you may have noticed that the weather is changing.
Yes.
It's starting to rain.
There are no stones. We can't be Wales, because in Wales you see the spotty stones.
Indeed. But we are used to rain, both in Wales, both on holidays and on our travels, because as we were coming up, we stopped off in Stafford. We broke the journey. We decided rather than do 5 hours straight run and get stuck in 2 hours of traffic as well, break it up a bit. And while we were there, yet again we proved history is everywhere. Because we decided to pop out for some early lunch and we found a fantastic place to eat. It was called the Picture House. Now the Picture House was built in 1913, opened in 1914 and was showing movies right up until 1995. And according to the records, 78 people turned up for the last showing, so that explains why it closed. But 2 years later it was taken over by JD Wetherspoons. And funnily enough, they actually opened it on Caroline's 33rd birthday. And of course we're about to celebrate Caroline's birthday. And I'll give you a clue in as much as the Wetherspoons is now coming up to 25 years old.
Okay, I'm 58. I don't mind you knowing.
As well as the Wetherspoons being such a beautiful building with all of the main architectural pieces still in place, they're actually from this week starting to show films as well, which is quite interesting in a restaurant. But the outside of the building, although built in 1913, was designed in the Tudor style. And that's because on the high street there are still a number of Tudor buildings. Now there are 2 coaching inns out of the 4 that originally stood in the 17th century. One of them, the Swan Inn, it's a beautiful building and quite regal. And what was once the coach entrance, where they would have taken the coaches right through, is now the main entrance into the restaurant area. But then just up the road and on the other side, you've got the Bay. Now that's an interesting looking place. That looks a Tudor building, in as much as it's the timber frame. And of course, as the name would suggest, the logo is a bear. Now these days, they have a black bear up there on the top of the entrance, but he's down on all 4s, because they say that the actual original bear that would have been on there was part of the coat of arms of a local family, and it would have been a rampant bear. That means up on his hind legs, arms in the air. But it seems that the kind of wind and weather they have up here didn't agree with a rampant bear and it kept getting blown off. So they've got him down on all 4s these days. But the real bit of history, the phenomenal piece of history, is the largest Tudor building, house, I should say, in England today. And that stands right opposite the Bear. And there on the high street you have the ancient house. Now this is steeped in history. It was built in the Elizabethan time and it was used by Charles I to plan the initial moves of the Civil War. He raised the standard in Nottingham in August, and then in September he took up residence here in the ancient house, and along with his nephew Rupert of the Rhine, he planned together with Prince Rupert the initial battles that would be fought. They went for a stroll up through the side alley into St Mary's Church, where they attended a service, and it is said that the locals scattered flowers on the lane floor so that as the king walked, he walked on the flowers and had the scent of them as he passed through. The Civil War was a time when things moved quickly, and although that was in the September, by the following May, the parliamentarians had taken over the ancient house. They decided to use it as a prison. Now you may think, and I agree, it looks a bit of a posh prison. No bars on the window. But here's what it stated. It said this was to be for prisoners of a certain sort. I can only assume they were posh prisoners to have found themselves locked up in there. The more recent times, the building was almost demolished. Modern changes, ripping out walls, meant that it was sagging and they were going to knock it down. But local people raised the money, started a trust, and now it's a museum that's free for everyone to look around. But here's an interesting thing I discovered. There are several origins for the saying up sticks, but it seems one of them is because on these Tudor buildings they used to mark each of the wooden pieces so that they could be assembled on site, and on occasions they could dismantle a house and relocate it somewhere else. Now that is really up in sticks. Well, I hope you enjoyed that bit of history from our journey up. I can't sit here any longer getting wet. I'm going to move around, dodge the raindrops, and see what we can find.
Now I have been a really good girl. I was filming Phil and I didn't run off screaming, shouting, ooh, 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 I've seen something exciting. But I have. So I'm going to take you to find it. On the way I've spotted this, which is really pretty. It's the bottom of something. I'm not sure if it was a basket or what, but it's almost complete. But that's not what I found. Look at this, look at this. Can you see it? Can you see it? Look.
Oh, you've got the first pipe boat.
Look at that. Oh, I am so pleased. I'm so excited. Oh, but that's not all. I'm even more excited because I've seen another one. Come on, I'll take you over and we'll have a look. You shout when you see it. Any signs yet? Do you see it yet? What's that? Did somebody say I passed it? Oh, look at that! Oh, it's another bit. Look at that! I've pretty hole again. Oh wow, that's two. All while Phil was talking, and I managed to stand still and not go looking at them until he finished. Oh, I am so pleased. Oh, this is so exciting. This is turning out to be such a fabulous mudlark.
That got to be find of the day so far.
Ooh. Look at this big piece of bowl. Oh, isn't that beautiful? Oh, I would so love to have the whole thing. Gorgeous rose, lots of roses around it. I wonder who owned that. Were they very posh? I bet that cost quite a bit of money back in the day. Oh, there's another hole. And on the way down I've seen this teapot lid, which is an oval teapot lid, and I don't think we've got an oval teapot. It's missing the lid. I may take that anyway. If we wander down, this is either an enormous pipe bowl or the top of an egg cup. It's the top of an egg cup. And over here is another circular piece of glass. I don't think that's a glass lens, I think it's too big. Is that a bit of pipe bowl? It's not a whole thing, but I'm sure it is. Let's have a look. Oh yes, look at that. It's half a piece of pipe bowl. They did have very large mugs here. Look at the size on that. Is that a marble? Oh yes, look. I think it's a marble. Was that a hole through it? Oh, I'll have to have a look at that when it's all cleaned up. That's a very nice find. And there's a jar down there, but I get the feeling it's not whole. What do you reckon, whole or not? Oh no, there's not even a bottom on it. Ooh, look. Look. Yes, it is what I think it is. It's a bottle with a stopper in. So we'll take the stopper, that's nice. Is that a piece of doll's face? I think it is, or body. It's definitely a piece of doll. Not quite sure which bit. We need to wash that up and have a look as well. Look at this gorgeous bit of bowl here. A ginger jar, I'd say. It's only half of it and no lid, but it's so beautiful. It's so frustrating to see so many broken things. And when I was looking at that, I looked up. And I think that's another piece of pipe stem. Oh yes, look at that. Another piece again. And look at the length on it. Still got a little bit of bowl on the end. Oh, I'm so enjoying this. I hope you're enjoying finding all these pipe stems too. I do tend to get very overly excited about them, but they're such fun. What have you got, Mr. Johnson?
I got the stopper.
Oh, stopper. Good for stopping things.
I got a bit of pipe stem.
Oh, lovely. Very nice.
And I think it's AJ White's limited bottle.
Oh,
Just
that's
wool.
nice.
Quite a nice shape to it.
It is, I like that.
There we go. Those are my 3 pickups as I travelled along through the trees in the rain.
Well spotted. Look at that. Oh, wow. Blue milk glass. That would have been absolutely amazing. Wow. Shame it's broken, but what a wonderful thing. As you can see, all the way up, there are bits of broken things. Most whole things go unless they really are of no value. And most bottle diggers know what they're looking for. But fortunately, they're not much into collecting pipes, so I do really well because they just throw them to the side and then I pick them up. Oh, I found something really boring. Oh, so many boring things to find. Oh, look at that, it's not really boring. Oh, it's another pipe ball with a bit of pipe sheath on. Oh, I think I can see another one. Oh, I'm getting all of it in there. Right over there. Yes, it's another one.
It's a pipe plantation.
Oh wow, somebody's been putting pipe seeds in the ground. Look, I've got 2 pipe bowls. Oh, I so love this place. I love finding pipe bowls. I'm going to make lots of little pipe gnome decorations for my Christmas tree this year. I can't wait to start that. Heads or tails?
I'd say it's a tail.
Tails. It's a horse's tail and a leg and a slug.
We're not taking the slag.
No, but we take the tail. Look at that for a nice little plinth. This glass got a bit of a messy end on it, but I think I know somebody who might like that. Have you ever heard of Plinth and Teapot Man? I think he'd like that. Yep, I'm going to pop that in my bag. Look at this just lying here. I think it's just lying here because somebody dug it up and then thought, what on earth am I going to do with that? I'll put it on the floor. I think that that's a greyhound. And it was something that sat on your mantelpiece. It's almost flat back, but not quite. There would have been the plinth, the bottom end. This is the dog. This is one hind leg. The other one's gone. This is front leg. The other one's gone. And obviously his chest and head are gone as well. It's not really detailed on the back, but I bet that would have been quite stunning before it lost most of its appendages. Oh well, not much good now. I can do some rebuilding, but I don't think I could rebuild that. Oh, I thought it was just going to be the knob off the top of a bowl or something. It was actually the head and shoulders of a little doll. I have never found one of those. And it was just plonked almost on the floor. I wonder if somebody dropped that, because it's not the sort of thing you'd think somebody would throw away. Oh, I'm really pleased with that. It needs a good wash, obviously, but it seems pretty whole. Oh yes, another one to be so excited about. This has been a really fabulous mudlark. Hey, you! No idea what that would have been. That part of it? No, I don't think so. I wonder what that was. Do you recognise that? Have you ever seen anything like that? Why are you looking smug?
No smug, I'm just pleased.
Please, what have you found?
Well, I thought I was going to be ne pois on the pipe boat.
Oh.
I thought Caroline's got them all, but look, just there.
Oh yes, I can see it. Oh, lovely. Oh, it's different to the usual. Oh, it's an RAOB one.
Oh, there we go.
Antediluvian Order of the Buffalo. Doesn't it sound grand?
Oh, there we are.
Lovely.
I feel a bit better now.
Well done, Mr. Johnson.
Thank you.
Now that looks weird. It almost looks like it could be a pipe, but it's got too many appendages. It does seem to be made of clay, and there does seem to be a hole running through it. I'm going to take that and hope that I'm not looking really stupid here, and it's not a piece of something or something modern. It just does look so much like, it's so much unlike a pipe. I'll take it home, have a look at it and see if I can find any information. If you know anything, I would love you to let me know, because that is so interesting.
Look at that. Wouldn't that have been a lovely flagon?
Oh, let's have a look. It's flat, is it?
Yeah, it's,
Oh,
it's a
yeah.
flask
Oh.
type flagon with a lovely
I love
handle,
that.
but it's had a bit of
Yeah,
a bang.
there's not really enough of it to do anything with, is there?
No.
Poor thing.
No, I think that's
Dead.
not quite all there.
Oh, look at this. Main House Tower, Halifax. Oh wow, look there, we stay near there.
That's
You've
right.
actually done a video at that place.
I have. We got a video out of the history of that tower.
Oh, what a shame there's only a bit, but what a nice find. Very relevant.
And I have a little bottle.
Oh, you do have a little bottle.
Just walking along, picked it up. Something else that the rain has brought to the surface. I think that's what's happening here with the pipe stems, etc. As it's raining, it brings to the surface of the spoil heaps little bits and pieces.
Yep.
And those little bits and pieces are what we love to find. I hope you've enjoyed finding them with us, because we've had a lovely time here today, regardless of the weather. We're on holidays and we've had a wonderful time just messing about on a dump. If you have had a wonderful time with us, give us a thumbs up.
Doing, doing, doing.
And of course, if you know somebody else who'd like to join us on an adventure, share it with them on social media. But most importantly, till the next time that we're all together, don't forget to have fun. Bye.
Bye.